Good afternoon. You know, the one thing that I can't understand in this country is why in the world do we have homeless in this country? Sure, we've got an economy that's running at about 9%. We've got foreclosures up the yin-yang, but yet we've got homeless people running the streets. Why? Because our economy is so bad. I was reading on Facebook a few minutes ago about a buddy of mine, Paul Lewandowski. We all know him. Well, most of us do anyway. Paul's a graduate of Hull High School. Fine young man. Okay. Maybe not young. He's my age. God, does that make me old? Anyway, seriously. Paul was going ahead and talking about in a status about a guy he went ahead and ran into that was homeless. And he's talking about things that we need to go ahead and do. Now, I want to tell you something. This has got to be done. We've got to go ahead and take care of our own people. We got to take care of the homeless, not only in Lansing, but in Mount Pleasant, in Port Huron, in Grand Rapids, in Grayling, in, wherever. Escanaba, from the UP all the way down to the Mitten, we've got to take care of this, and we got to take care of this toot sweet. I'm in Wisconsin. It's 19 degrees outside, and I'm going to tell you one thing. I wouldn't want to go ahead and be out there, and neither would you. You know, earlier this last year, my daughter, Hollywood, went ahead and informed me in a very short period of time about a benefit for that the Salvation Army was helping out with what they call Hope House. What it was an overnight that we went ahead and spent from, I think, 6 o'clock p.m. in the Elmer's parking lot in Escanaba, Michigan until 6 a.m. Donations were taken so that the Hope House could go ahead and run. Now, unfortunately, I'm ashamed to say that the city of Escanaba doesn't want to help out, and I'm wondering why. Seeing as that we have citizens in our towns, in our places that need to go ahead and be taken care of. Because why? They're American citizens. They're just like you and me. Problem is, they haven't got jobs. They fell through the cracks or whatnot. Doesn't really matter. But we got to go ahead and take care of this problem. Come on, this is the United States. This is home of the free. Land of the brave. I'm going to tell you something. Not only homeless that have been working class citizens, but homeless that are veterans. This is a travesty in this country. Doesn't work, not on my watch. So here's what I did. I called Paul. I said, Paul, we got to go ahead and we got to get together. We got to go ahead and plan on something. How about we go ahead and decide, we all get together and we go ahead and we band as one. And we try and do our best to organize some kind of event for the homeless. Maybe not just in Lansing. Why not in Mount Pleasant and Escanaba and Grand Rapids and Port Huron? I know I'm about ready to go ahead and bite off a lot. But this is something that we actually got to go ahead and think about. There are people dying out there. Do you hear me? Come on! This is not just a local problem. We know that. But let's try and go ahead and take one step at a time. Let's go ahead and let's try and think about what we can go ahead and do to set up an set up a benefit. Paul and I are going to go ahead and be talking about this, and we're going to go ahead and need ideas. I need you to give me a hand. Meanwhile, I also need you to do something else. I need you to volunteer. Volunteer at your food banks. Volunteer at your soup kitchens. Hell, you got old clothes? Take them to Salvation Army. They'll make sure that people that need it get the stuff that they need so they got some warmth during this cold snap. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think about what it would feel like to be out there in the streets. Seriously. I want you to think about that just for a minute. And then you go ahead and you listen to your heart. And do the right thing. Come on, people. Let's work on this. Let's work on this right now. Because together, you, I, Paul Lewandowski, Amy, the whole crew, can go ahead and make a difference. What do you think, guys? Can we do it? Can we get this job done? Can we get this job started? Can we get it off of the ground? I'm talking to each and every one of you now. Come on, let's see what we can do, huh? Let's see what we can do about going ahead and getting this problem at least started to get fixed. Last 7 minutes and 10 seconds, you've gone ahead and been patient with me, and I appreciate you. Paul, thanks a lot for bringing this up. It's a privilege and a pleasure to go ahead and think about these things and bring them to you. We'll talk at you later. Be safe, be careful. Nights out.